Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Fun, and my name is Dave, and today we are reviewing Imhotep. Let's do it. Disclaimer, this is a review copy from Cosmos, so thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it so much. You help the channel grow. Now, Imhotep is a game of strategy where you are an Egyptian builder trying to be the best builder and get all your blocks in the Egyptian structures as much as possible, at least as much as your opponents. And this game was nominated for the Spiel, the one of the most renowned awards you can get for board gaming. So what does that mean? Does that mean the production of this game is fantastic? Does that mean this game is awesome? Well, let's show you what's in the box, show you how to play, and then give you my opinion. We'll find out. Let me show you what comes in Imhotep. Alright, so this is what comes in the box of Imhotep. Now, this is Cosmos, and the production quality is always stellar with them. The main thing that I'm going to have a problem with is some of the art. It's brown on brown, it gets muddy. I wish they would have made it a little more colorful, but I get the theme sometimes doesn't kind of lend to that. Now, these cubes may not come across on the camera as big as they are, but these are giant cubes compared to the ones that you normally get in games. So do not scoff at this game, because these are what cubes need to be if they're going to be in the game, and they're this way because you're going to be stacking them. And then you get the quality cardboard pieces, very thick. I like the way that they had these kind of teardrop boats. You have a few fun size cards, you know how I feel about them, but actually I'm not a fan of these cards at all. That's no matter, because the fun size cards don't knock down the gameplay for me. Then you have a scoreboard, and the box is actually pretty elaborate too. Not that it has to be. So that's what you get in the box. Now I want to start a new small segment in the videos, and it's going to be Test That Cardboard. Every time you get the inserts, you have this leftover cardboard, and I want to see how tough the cardboard is without having to break the actual pieces, but we can break this cardboard. It looks like it's layered quite a bit. Yeah, it doesn't break really easy. So I would say, yeah, these components with the cardboard are pretty nice. So it passes that break that cardboard test. Now let me show you how to play this game. Okay, here I have Imhotep set up for 2 players, and one of the best things about this game is it's super quick to set up and super quick to break down. I love that. So in the game of Imhotep, you have 6 rounds to get as many victory points by building up Egypt and a lot of its structures, and then at the end of those 6 rounds, whoever has the most victory points wins. And the gameplay couldn't be simpler. On your turn, you do one thing, and the end of the round, it ends when all the boats have set sail and did all their actions. You want to start by flipping over these boat cards. There are different boats for 3-4 players and 7 cards for each one, and you'll see the little bags underneath that indicate that. So you'll flip over this, and these are the boats that are going to be, sorry camera, the ones that are up for sailing and or loading. And now we're ready. So you do one of 4 things. Like I said, you can either get some stone from the quarry to fill up your little load out here, and when you do that, you get 3 stones at max. And if you already have 3 in your stash here and you go to get to the quarry again, you can only get 2, because 5 is the max that you can hold. So you want to strategize and get to the quarry when you absolutely need to. Or you'll be placing stones on the boat, and you can place it anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be up front, but when the loadout comes, the front goes out first, going back. So it goes in ascending order, but you can place it right here if you want to start off. And you can place as many squares and stones as are on the boat. So this can't surpass 3. And then the third action is set sail. Now there has to be stipulations met before you can set sail. On these boats, they have little gray stones. The stones on there at least has to be 1 for this one to set sail, but you can load it up and set sail. So if the stipulations have been met, you take this little boat and then you put it in the nice little divot, which fits perfectly if I can do it myself. Oh, so nice, like a glove. And then you would distribute the stones going front to back, like I said. Each one of these little sections does something different and scores in a different way. And in this case here, we're going to be building the pyramid, so you'll be placing the little bricks on the numbers and you'll score immediately, which is tracked right here on this scoreboard. And you'll continue to do that, building the pyramid, going the way that the path tells you to, until you build 3 layers. I promise this is going to look pretty in 1 second. Voila, you see? And you'll get points for the second layer, 2, 1, 3, 3, and then the last one here is worth 4. And in any other bricks that get on this pyramid after the pyramid is built, go over here and the count is just 1 point. And the market, when you take a boat up here, the bricks will go and get put back into the quarry, but you'll get to pick the cards. Now, some of the cards, like these purple ones here, if you stack them, you'll get scores based on what they say there. And some of the cards just vary up the game, and you immediately get stones. And sometimes you can break the rules right here, like at the end of the game, earn 1 point for 3 stones in the temple, and the temple's down here. Now, these blue cards are another action you can take, which is the 4th action, is play a blue card. This one here gives you another action, and it lets you set sail a ship and decide how the loadout's going to happen. So not all the time does it go back to front. I mean front to back. Now if you set sail to this temple here, you're just going to be building this line backwards, and at the end of every round is when this scores. So not immediately like the the pyramid does. At the end of the round, it's going to score many points that you can see when you look down from above. So white gets 1, brown gets 1, white gets 2, brown gets 2, brown gets 3, and you'll continue stacking these up when you do the loadout here and scoring it at the end of the round. Now when you set sail to the burial chambers, this is just wanting you to group stuff in the burial chambers. I like going here a lot. I don't know why. It's like looking at my burial chambers when I have a big group of my color there. So in this case right here, if you lump a lot of bricks together, you get more. So brown got 1, 2, so 2 times is 3 points, and got 1 is 1. Now white scored big here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 15 plus 2 points. So if you can get a big grouping, you can score a lot at the burial chamber. And lastly, when you set sail to the obelisk, you're basically just doing what obelisks do, and you're going to build it as tall as you can. And you'll assess the points at the very end of the game. Whoever has the tallest tower in a 2-player game gets 10 points, and the second player gets 1. I don't know why they give second player points at all. It's just kind of weird in a 2-player game. But that's how all these score here. Again, you'll be doing that over 6 rounds. The round ends when you set sail all boats and take care of all their stones. You'll flip over another one of these, designate the boats out here, stack them up with stones, and carry out that action throughout the game for 6 different rounds. Now there is a B-side to all of these, and it varies it up just a little bit, just spices it up just a tad bit. So if you want to replay this, there is a decent amount of replayability going after different strategies and then flipping them over to B-side and doing different strategies there. It makes it a tad bit harder, or just a tad bit of a twist. So that's how you play Imhotep. It is quite a great game. I just gotta say that right now. So let me get into my opinion before I spoil it again. Let's go. So that's how you play Imhotep. Where the hell was this game? Or where the hell was I when this game came out? This is a phenomenal game, and I'm giving it an 89. And it didn't win the Spiel, but it was going against some big games. Now, it should have at least got a second place if there was a second place, and it hasn't won a Parent's Choice Gold Award. The nature of having one turn, but having so many options, and still not having a analysis paralysis hindrance on the game. I don't know how they did it, but they did it perfectly. And this game, like I said, I don't know where I've been. I've heard about this game and I've never played it. The production quality is, now they're just cubes, but they're huge cubes. And the art I can take or leave. I'm not really impressed too much by the art. It's the game mechanisms where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, I have this one turn, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing this. Wait a minute, they just did that, so I'm going to move my boat, well, their boat, over here to the cards because they're not going to make any of that graveyard nonsense around here when I am the best graveyard person. And just having that kind of moving on the fly strategy and only having that one action to do every turn and knowing that your action is going to come back again here soon, it's just there. That's where the charm is in this game. And having big chunky cubes to kind of fiddle around with made the in-between times, which was very small, a little bit more entertaining. And this game scales pretty well. I played it in 2 and 3. I haven't played it in over at 4, but at 2 players, it's a great back and forth game. I played this back to back when I first played it with my partner because she won both times. But when I played it the first time, I just couldn't get enough of the strategy. And then I mastered one strategy, I thought, in the second game, but I just lost by a few points. And this game is a great family style game, which is going to get multiple plays in your household if this is your sort of things, and I cannot recommend this enough. So thank you so much, Cosmos, for opening my eyes to a game that I should have known about years ago. And thank you so much, Vine Nation, for coming on by and watching today's video. Hope it was informational. If you want this game, it's going to be in a link down below. Visit Cosmos' site and buy this game because it is truly a award-winning game in my opinion. And until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. My name is Dave, and I'm out. Bye. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.